about 3 quick ways to reset your money mindset. I'm super excited. I'm trying something different. I am live in 2 places. Hey, IG fam, you looking cute, looking good, looking cute. Hey, every place else, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. So I'm live. So if you see me looking back and forth and back and forth, it's because I've got 2 different cameras going. Oh, meanwhile, can you hear me good? Let me know if you can hear me well. Let me tell you that first and foremost, because I've got 2 different cameras going. I got my laptop, you know what I'm saying, my camera over here, and then I also have my my iPhone over here. Yeah, I joined the iPhone crew. So let's start there. We're gonna talk about money mindset, but I want to make sure just say yes, I can hear you. She's like, okay, lashes. don't make me shy. I might get a little hot in here because I got the studio lights on. Yes, I am. Your girl got lashes on. Okay, I'm just tapping into my feminine. But with today, it's hot in this room. I should have put the t-shirt on. Well, it is what it is. Good. You can hear and see me? Good. All right. So we are going to talk about money mindset today. Honestly, if it was me, y'all know how I do. Like, I love me a good notebook. Where's my so I always have this one. I usually have like another one around here. I always have my little red notebook. And I have like 2 others over here too. If it was me, I love to take a good note because, matter of fact, let me get myself all the way together because we about to do teacher Tiffany time. You thought I was playing with y'all? You thought he was feeling you? Look, I'm not playing with y'all. It is teacher Tiffany time. You are fin to learn some lessons today. So today and for the next 3 weeks after this week, we are actually going to be doing lessons directly from, see this right here? My new book, Made Whole. The practical guide to reaching your financial goals. Like for real, we're about to like, it's happening. So when you see me put on these glasses, that means you need to get your notebook together. Because today I'm going to teach you 3 lessons about shifting your money mindset. Because I don't care how much budgeting, investing, savings, debt, credit, yada, yada, sis, boo. I don't care how much of that you do without the right money mindset, you're going to be back. You're going to be back in detention. And we're not doing that. Okay? If you don't know who I am Tiffany Alicia, aka the Budgetista, America's favorite financial educator. I also am a New York Times bestselling author. Where's my book? Get Good with Money, 8 weeks on the list. Your favorite could never. And also star of the Netflix documentary Get Smart with Money and author of new book Made Whole. If you haven't already, that's my chapstick. If you haven't already, hello, go ahead on and tag share because we're gonna get some serious business. Like, you know, serious business when I have my notes. I wrote some notes for today, and literally today's lesson is coming directly out of. I got all the prompts today out of my new book, Made Whole. We're gonna do a deep dive. When you see this out, that's how you know. Look, I don't even have glasses in here. We're gonna do a deep dive on Made Whole. I'm gonna be pulling out money mindset shifts directly from the book. If you have the most of you won't have the like early advanced release. That's okay. If you order it today, by the time we have our next lesson, which I think is going to be a budgeting and saving lesson directly from the book, you will have although it's hardcover, it's a workbook. You'll have the workbook in hand. Oh, as a matter of fact, I forgot to put this here. I want you to have the workbook in hand. Let me paste this. Right. So if you are watching on IG, I just pinned this comment, type bundle into the to the chat if you're watching on IG, and I will DM you the link to the book. And if you're watching on any place else, just go to madewholeworkbook.com, madewholeworkbook.com, and you will get the book. And by the time we have class next week, you'll be ready because I'm going to be teaching directly out of the book now. I'll tell you the pages and things like that. So next week you won't feel left out because I'm teaching directly from the book. Okay. So let's talk about 3 quick ways to reset your money mindset. First, let's identify what is a money mindset. Money mindset really is the way you think about money and how it affects your ability to navigate in a healthy way when it comes to your finances. Because you can have a ton of money. We've all heard about the celebrities and the athletes and stuff who've had a ton of money and lost it, right? We've heard of them. It's because of their money mindset that no amount of money can outpace your mindset. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, say yes. If that makes sense, say yes. Okay. No amount of money can outpace your mind. No amount of money can outpace your mindset. You can literally grow broke from going from $1 billion to broke. It's possible. I know it seems crazy, but it is quite possible to have $1 billion and be broke if you don't have the right mindset. And so, what we're going to do today is 3 things that you can do. So, if you have a notebook, which I hope you do, then let's go over them. So, here are the 3 things we're going to go over: forgiving yourself, aka grace and space. That's number 1. 2, find an accountability partner. I'm going to show you how to do that. 3, get intentional. Okay, that's what the lessons are. Those are the 3 things you're going to learn today. Are you ready? Say ready. All right, directly from the book. So 1, forgive yourself. Here's the thing. We all make financial mistakes. We do. We all make mistakes in general because it's called being a human being. You know, you are in the act of being like this imperfect creature that's been created. So the expectation that you would never have made a mistake is ridiculous. Of course you're going to make mistakes. It's the shift is that if you don't learn to release the shame, then you will not be able to see the solutions, because shame shield solutions. Screenshot it, write it, believe it, know it. I said it, I said it, I said it. Shame shield solutions. And that when you are steeped in shame, it is nearly impossible to navigate toward what you could do. I'll give you an example. So during the recession, 2008, 2009, I lost my job in 2009. But by then, I'd bought a condo at 25. I thought it was grown. I lost my job. So I couldn't afford my mortgage. I was a victim of a credit card scam that left me $35,000 in debt. And I had just finished my master's in education, which was $52,000. Did you hear the numbers? Oh, are you listening? I said I had student loan debt, $52,000. Add it up. I had a mortgage, $220,000. Add it up. Credit card debt, $35,000. Add it up. What else did I have? Nothing. I had nothing. I was so broke. There's broke and there's broke. I had to move home with my parents, which I know that is a blessing because so many people can't do that. I had to move in with my parents at age 29, going on 30. Spent my 30th birthday in my middle school bed. I had more money in 8th grade the last time I slept in that bed than I did at 30. Because in 8th grade, I used to tutor, I used to babysit, I had a paper route. Your girl had coins at 13, right? 8th grade is like what, 13, right? Your girl had some coins. I had more money when I was in 8th grade sleeping in that bed than when I had to return to that bed at age 30. I was not broke. I was broke. If you have experienced broke, type that in the comments, broke. So you know we're not alone. If you've been broke before, go ahead and type broke. Okay? And so I didn't want to tell anybody because like, who are we trying to tell? Hey, I'm broke. Meanwhile, up until then, I kind of was like the financial friend. Everyone knew, oh, Tiffany's so smart with her money. My father was a CFO and an accountant. He's retired now. And so everybody knew me as the money girl. So the money girl's broke. It's like being the skin girl and you breaking out, or the hair girl and hair, you don't got no edges. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was known for. That's what the girlies came to me for, the money advice. So I didn't want to admit that your money friend was broke. Right? And so as a result, shame loves silence. Shame is like, it's just me and you. Me and you was another part. Shame said, girl, you the only one. You're the only one. It's just me and you. There's nothing you can do about it. Shame is terrible. Shame is evil. And so I didn't want to tell anybody because I was ashamed. And that shame shielded solutions. It wasn't until my best friend Linda was like, girl, what in the hell is wrong with you? It's been months. You ain't pick up your phone. You know, like, where are you? And I was like, nothing. But you know, besties be knowing. She was like, no, tell me. I was like, I'm broke. I don't have this. I'm losing my condo. That I'm victim of a credit card scam. Girl, I lost my job. Girl, I'm sleeping at home in my middle school bed. Lord, I don't have anything. And Linda, if you know Linda, started laughing. I said, I failed to see what's so daggone funny. Lyndon. That's why I call her Lyndon. And she calls me BFF. BFF, I'm sitting on my mother's couch where I'm currently living my damn self. So she started laughing like, girl, take a look around, read the room. We're all broke. It's the recession. And I was like, wait, what? She was right. I was not the only one struggling, but shame will have you feel like you out here by yourself. Shame is the worst. And once Linda kind of gave me like this like window and I gave voice to shame, that's the only way to release shame. If you have not shared this video, because I'm fin to preach on tonight. Fin to preach on tonight. If you have not shared this video, share it. You're being lazy. You're being selfish. Share. Click that share button. Right. And so once I gave voice to the shame, and you tell someone, once I gave voice to the shame, it helped to release some of that. So we're talking about ways to reset your money mindset. First things first, you have to forgive yourself by giving yourself grace and space. I had to release some of that shame, right? So I'm actually going to go directly from the book. Page 12, according to my notes. Let's read from the book of Tiffany. Okay, literally, it is in the mindset component of Made Whole. Again, if you have not, she said, hold up, say that again. Girl, we sure will. I said, shame shields solutions, and the only way to release the shame is to give voice to it. Give voice to it. Okay? All right, so if you go to page 12, which you can't because you don't have the book, but if you order the book now, it comes out next week. You'll have it next week. We're going to have another lesson next week, probably budgeting and saving, and you'll have the book in hand, and we're going to teach directly from the book. So, page 12. I already told you. So I write here, I made some mistakes in my 20s that left me in serious financial distress. Here are some of my financial stats at the time. I had $35,000 of credit card debt due to a scam, $52,000 in student loans, and a $220,000 mortgage. My savings was depleted. I was recently laid off from my preschool teaching job. I lost my condo due to foreclosure. I moved back home with my parents. I was essentially the opposite of financially whole. I lacked structure and intention and planning across the board, and I could not forgive myself for it all. I know that might sound dramatic, but it's true. It wasn't until I said to myself, okay, it's okay, Tiffany. You didn't intentionally harm someone. You made money mistakes, that I was able to share my shame with Linda and start to forge a new financial path. When I look back at that time, I realized that I had to give myself grace and space. Someone type that, grace and space. All right? I had to give myself grace and space. Where am I, good child? Before I could evolve, I needed grace, which is the root of kindness and compassion, and space, the room to be simultaneously flawed and capable of flourishing in the future. That's the bomb. Did you hear that? I'm going to say that part again. This is good. I'll be forgetting. I'll be writing good. I needed grace, the root of kindness and compassion, and space, the room to be simultaneously flawed and capable. Did you hear what I did? We're not here to be perfect. You are here to be flawed and capable. Like, sis, you're finna make mistakes. But guess what, sis? You're finna fix them. Flawed and capable of flourishing in the future. Your girl love of an alliteration. That's when the first letter's the same. Flawed and capable, flawed and able to flourish. Okay, I love that. As you prepare to embark on your own path toward financial wholeness, I want you to think about your own financial history, any regret or remorse you might have about the choices you've made or circumstances around which you've tied yourself up in a lot of blame. No matter your specific scenario, this story is not serving you. It's time to let it go. So that's number one, ways to reset your money mindset. You have to give yourself grace and space. Okay. You have to forgive yourself. I want you to say this. It's okay if I don't know the next step. My future is full of potential. It's okay if I made a mistake. New opportunities abound. It's okay if I let myself down. My past doesn't dictate my future. Woo! I wrote here. This is funny because this is so me. I literally wrote, woo! Told myself no matter where I go, because in my mind I was like, woo, and I realized I wrote, woo. Is it just me or are your eyes sweating after reading those phrases out loud? Repeat and write after me. No matter what, I will give myself grace and space. Remember I said this is a workbook. There is space to write that in Made Whole. If you're watching on IG, type bundle in the comments. I'll send you a link to get to order. If you are watching any place else, just go head on to madewholeworkbook.com. You should see it below here for those of you watching on Instagram, not Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, all the other places. Okay. And so that is number one. 3 ways to change your money mindset is you got to forgive yourself. You have to give yourself grace and space. Okay? Okay? You have to give yourself grace and space. No, if you're watching on IG, just the word bundle. If you're watching on any place else, go to madewholeworkbook.com and you can order. Okay. So now let's go into number 2. You're going to find yourself an accountability partner. No, so Deborah, girl, you ain't on IG. You over here typing bundle. Only those watching on IG, meaning look at your phone. Are you on Instagram watching? No, then you ain't got to worry about typing bundle. If you're on Instagram, if I'm not looking at you quickly, I'm looking at you right here. Go ahead and type bundle Instagram, and it's going to give you the link. I know sometimes we got some technically challenged folks, right? I'm gonna send you the link to go ahead and order Made Whole. Now I'm gonna look away from you because I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking to you over here. Every place else, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. You right here, you can't type in bundle and get an automatic link. It don't work that way over here. But what you can do is go to Made Whole Workbook. See, I put it down here. See the instructions? On both y'all screens, I gave you specific instructions. See? Instructions. No! You know what? That's not my business. Just go to Made Whole Workbook. Stop typing bundle if you ain't on IG. It's okay. Reset. Oh, my bad. So that's way number 1. Forgive yourself and give yourself grace and space. We're talking about resetting your money mindset. Way number 2 is find an accountability partner. Money is not a solo sport. This ain't tennis. And even tennis, you be having a partner sometime. What's a solo sport? What is a solo sport? Fencing, right? I guess. I'm trying to think of some other sport, right? It's not a solo sport. You are meant to do money in a team. Okay? You're meant to do money in a team. And so what does that mean? Like, you got to get you a Linda, right? Someone who's going to be kind, someone who you can let go of some of the shame by giving voice to it, and you're not going to be judged, right? That's what you need. And so if you don't have a Linda, yes, you do. You see me right here? I'm your Linda. Okay. So you can tell me, you can slide into my DMs, but even better than that, let's just say you're like, I also have like, because one of the reasons why I wrote Made Whole is I wanted you to have the tools, but I also wanted you to have the community, and the community is totally free. You don't have to get the book in order to have the community. The community, if you go to thedreamcatchersgroup.com, write that down for yourself. The Dream Catchers Group. I call my, like Beyonce has the Beehive, I have the Dream Catchers. So the Dream Catchers Group, right? The Dream Catchers Group will take you, and you can join our community for free. There are thousands of people just like you who are navigating their financial journey. They're Lindas, judgment-free, kind. They're not financial experts. Sometimes there are some financial experts in there, but in large part, these are people who are just like you trying to figure it out. Does that make sense? Okay, money is not a solo sport. So we're talking about number 2, find an accountability partner. I'm going to go directly to page 11. Okay, and Made Whole. Okay, so look, it's cute in here. Look, these are the 10 steps to financial wholeness. See that? I don't know if you can see because the light is kind of bright. 10 steps to financial wholeness. See that? It all together, it makes a whole pie, because each of the 10 steps is 10%. So all together, it makes a whole pie. See? Get it? Financial wholeness, whole pie. You know what I'm saying? Okay, anyway. So here's way number 2 to shift your money mindset is to find an accountability partner. And I call this share your shame in the book. So this is what I wrote. Shame thrives in the shadows, and it needs silence to be strong. Did you hear what I said? Shame thrives in the shadows, and it needs silence to be strong. And the stronger and bigger your shame grows, the more it can hide from you. When you share your shame about financial setbacks you've experienced or poor money decisions you've made, you take away its power. See, when you share the shame, you take away its power. I felt so much shame around the financial mistakes I made that I became almost paralyzed to turn things around. The shame kept me from seeing solutions. Didn't I just say that? I finally started the process of getting past my shame by giving voice to it. I'm going to say that over and over and over and over again. I paid good money for therapy. Okay. And that's one of the things I love. You give voice to shame to get rid of it. I shared my embarrassing financial situation with the kindest person I know, my best friend, Linda. Telling her about my financial hole I'd fallen into was the start of my journey toward digging my way out. So here's an assignment for you. This is straight out of the book, but we could do that now too, right? Pick the kindest person you know. It might be me. And share a financial secret with them. This person might be your accountability partner, aka financial bestie, who helps to keep you on track as you help to keep them on track. Your financial journey to financial wholeness. But for now, focus on getting your shame off your shoulders and out of the way. Okay. And I have a little space. Remember, this is a workbook. Repeat and write after me. I will share my shame with someone I know, love, and trust. It's important to not just say words, but to write them. Writing gives words even more power. They did a study at Princeton that said it showed like, saying a goal made it like yourself like 30% more likely for it to happen. Writing it like 50% more likely, telling it 75% more likely. So doing all these things together. So you're gonna write, I will share my shame with someone I know, love, and trust. I will not keep trying to carry this weight all by myself. I will not keep trying to carry this weight all by myself. Girl, one of my favorite, so whether you're religious or not or whatever, it's still a beautiful song. One of my favorite hymns is what is it? What a oh, it's that called What a Friend We Have in Jesus? For those of you churchy girls, right? It goes like, What a friend we have in Jesus, all my sins and griefs to bear. This is my favorite part. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. What a privilege to carry your burdens to someone else. So even if you're not religious, I'm just talking about the people around you are there to help. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but people care about you. I care about you. Y'all be DMing me all the time. Your deepest, darkest secrets. What a privilege to carry everything. You don't have to carry that thing alone. There's your sister, your mama, your cousin, your work bestie, your work husband, your partner, your kid, as long as they grown, because we don't want to burn these kids. Don't be telling your 6-year-old child she's too young, but like, you know what I mean? Like you need, like, it is not, the burden is not yours alone. One of the biggest lessons I have learned in the last 2 years. So y'all know that like my beloved husband passed away 2 years ago yesterday, which is so crazy, right? This thing 2 years ago, like he been in here, opening the door, getting on my daggone nerves. So I'm like, you still on? I'm like, close the door. So one of the things I learned is that I cannot possibly do this by myself. I can't. I would not be here. I had to learn to ask for help. And I had to not just learn to ask for help, to receive it. That was the biggest part because people were offering it before, and I just was not capable of like going this. I cannot do this by myself. I had nothing left. And learning to ask for help and then receiving help is one of the two strongest things you can do for yourself. I need help. If you need help, I just want you to write help in the comments and see just how many people are just like you. Just write help in the comments if you need help with your finances, if you're struggling. Like I don't care how perfect someone's life may seem, how joyful, how jolly, how whatever. Y'all see me smiling today, but this morning, I don't know if you can tell. Yo, my eyes were so puffy because last night on the second anniversary, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I cried all night long, like from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., all night long, like that ugly, deep, centered cry. And then today, I leaned out to help from my friends because I was just like, it's too much. I cannot carry this burden by myself. And it's not just, so money is one of the places where we're really scared or ashamed to ask for help. But if you don't, to what end? To what end? Honestly, you're not meant to be out here by yourself. You're not meant to struggle in silence, in secret, in shame. You're not meant to. It's not okay. You might think that, oh, nobody cares about me. That's not true. I just told you I care about you, you know? Um, and so we're meant to ask for help. So we're talking, if you're just joining us, about the 3 ways to reset your money mindset. Way number 1 was to forgive yourself. You have to give yourself grace and space. Child, you didn't kick the puppy. You use your credit card, right? You didn't kick the puppy. You use your credit card. It happens. Okay, you spent too much on that dress. It happens. Did you throw a cat out the window? Let's hope not. I'm not judging, but I'm judging, right? You know, you overspend. You took money from your savings account, okay, these things happen, and so that's number one. Forgive yourself, grace and space. Two, find an accountability partner, right? I want you to share that shame. That's number two. Find the accountability partner, share that shame. Okay. And we're going to go into number three. All right. All right. Number three is to remember that song? Who remember the song? Let's get physical, physical. I want to get physical. Right? So this is let's get intentional, intentional. Who was that? Let's get physical. I'm showing my age. I'm showing my whole 44. That's who's that? Let's get physical. Tell me who that was. Let's get physical, right? Let me hear your body talk. Some of y'all are grown like me. Who is that? Let's get physical. Olivia Newton. That wasn't Olivia Newton-John, was it? Who was it? Olivia. It was Olivia Newton-John. Let's get physical. Don't let me start dancing. I wanna get physical. Let me hear your body talk. That was a pop. Some of you youngins don't know. So we're gonna get intentional. You're gonna get intentional. So what does that really mean? Again, I'm gonna remind you, if you have not shared, share this video. I'm glad we still got like 5-10 more minutes. Share this video so that way people can watch. You can be able to watch the replay as well. I'm gonna let the replay rock, right? So what does that mean to get intentional? I want you to get intentional about working toward your desired outcome. Everyone's desired outcome on here should be to reach financial wholeness, And so what does that mean? Financial wholeness is when 10 aspects of your financial life are working together to create the safety that you need to build whatever you want with your life, right? So let me tell you the 10 components of financial wholeness. I'm gonna open it up. Page 8 and 9, right? 10 steps to financial wholeness. 1, build your budget. Learn how to create and semi-automate a personal budget and open the necessary checking and savings account to support your budget. That's 1, budget. 2, save like a squirrel. Calculate the savings goal number needed to meet at least 3 months worth of expenses for your household. Then calculate how much you need to save each week and month to achieve this goal within 12 to 18 months. So 2 is all about saving. 3, dig out debt. Write out your total debt payments, interest rates using the My Debt List template, which is in the book at madewholeworkbook.com. And I also give you like a template online. This will give you a clear picture of what you owe. Then choose a debt repayment strategy to formulate your payoff plan. So number 3 is debt. 4, credit. Pull your credit score to see where you stand. Make a list of the factors that are impacting your score, then come up with a game plan to improve it. That's 4, credit. 5, learn to earn / increase your income. List all of the things you've accomplished at your job in the last few years and make a good argument to get a raise. Then make a list of all the tasks or jobs you do at work so you can uncover your side hustle skills. Develop an action plan that lists what you'll do next to increase your income. So 5 is all about learning to earn. These are going over the 10 steps to financial wholeness. I just did 5. Budget, save, debt, credit, learn to earn. 6, invest like an insider. Use automated investment plans for retirement and wealth building. Speak with HR about retirement plans or set up your own retirement accounts. Automate an amount to go into retirement and brokerage accounts and increase contributions as your income increases. So 6 is all about investing. 7, get good with insurance. Make sure you have proper insurance coverage. That means understanding and calculating your needs around life, disability, auto, home, and home insurance and more. So 7, insurance, okay? 8, we have just a couple more. Get rich-ish, increase your net worth. Learn how to calculate your net worth and how to achieve and maintain a positive net worth. Create a net worth goal and define the actions you're going to take each month to achieve it. That's 8, net worth. 9, pick your money team. Choose an accountability partner and find yourself reliable and trustworthy financial professionals as needed. And I explain what those are in the book. That's number 9. And 10, leave a legacy, estate planning. Actively plan for what will happen to your estate, cash, real estate, jewelry, and other assets after you die. This is important no matter the size of your bank account and portfolio. So the 10 steps to financial wholeness are budgeting, saving, debt, credit, earning, investing, insurance, net worth, your money team, estate planning. Those are the 10 steps. If you master those 10 steps, recession comes, okay, you be all right. If you master the 10 steps to financial wholeness, interest rates are high to borrow, you be all right. If you master the 10 steps to financial wholeness, you lost your job, it's going to be tough, but you're going to be all right. If you master the 10 steps to financial wholeness, what is it called? Inflation is high, you're going to be all right. You know how I know? Because I'm living in that now. I'm literally living in it. That I was a financial mess at one point. And slowly but surely, I mastered financial wholeness at different levels. When I was a preschool teacher, before I made all the mistakes, I had actually reached 100% financial wholeness. Because estate planning when I was in my 20s looked different than estate planning, for example, now that I'm 44. Estate planning in my 20s was, are my beneficiaries updated? That's enough, meaning my bank accounts have beneficiaries. If something happens to 21-year-old Tiffany, it went to my mama. That was enough. I had maybe, I think, a life insurance policy through my job. It said my mama. That was enough. That's estate planning for a 21-year-old. 44-year-old Tiffany, I have my beneficiaries updated. I have a will that's fully signed and executed. And I have a trust that all my things are in. Because 44-year-old Tiffany needs something different than 21-year-old Tiffany. But what I love about Made Whole and financial wholeness is that those 10 steps apply no matter what. They just look different depending on where are you in your life. So budgeting looks different if you are a 23-year-old new nurse versus an 83-year-old retired doctor. But it's still budgeted, still got to get done though, right? It still got to get done. Okay? Or credit is different. My dad is in his 80s. And so what credit means to him is not nearly what credit means to my 30-something-year-old sister Lisa. Right? But credit is still something that he keeps in mind. You know, he's not really buying anything, but you never know. Does that make sense? Because credit can still affect how much things cost. If he wanted to like rent a car, or if he did want to buy something else, and maybe he wants to finance, which I do not advise, Daddy, but he's smart, so he's not going to do that. But does that make sense? Financial wholeness is not like, oh, that's not for, it's all for you. Whether you are 21 years old straight out of college, 30 deep into your career, 50 something winding down, 80 something sitting down. Financial wholeness is financial wholeness. It's those 10 components: budgeting, savings, debt, credit, income, investing, insurance, right? Money team, net worth, estate planning. Those 10 things are still relevant across the board. And that's why I wrote Made Whole, because you can apply it as it fits you right now. And you can come back to it and reapply it for where you are. Oh, you have kids now. It's going to look, your budget going to look different. Earnings is going to look different. Investing is going to look different. Your money team might look different. So all of that is in here. That's why I wrote it. You know, like someone said, teach, teacher. You can tell I used to be a teacher, right? I'm still a teacher. Bump that, right? I spent 10 years in the actual physical classroom and I have my master's in education. To me, I know that my gift is taking you from a place of no knowledge to knowledge. You are here. I can bring you here. And I do so through education. So this class right now, we just talked about 3 ways to reset your money mindset, and then Made Whole, my new book, which I took to today's lessons directly out of. All of that is teaching. The tools are right in front of you. What will you do with them? What will you do with them? You know, so tonight you learned the 3 ways to reset your money mindset. 1, forgive yourself. Okay. Let's give yourself grace and space. 2, find an accountability partner because you need to share the shame. And then 3, get intentional, right? Get intentional by seeking to be 100% financially whole. That is the goal. You might be like, I don't want to be wealthy. That's cute, but everybody should want to be financially whole. Okay? Does that make sense? You feeling good? Just write good. Feeling good? Feeling great? Okay. All right. And so remember, get the full version of my financial wholeness steps and everything that you need, step-by-step guidance. I'm really proud of this book because it is the sister book. Where's she at? Hey, girl, this big sis right here. See, look at the difference. She thick, she thick. Why am I a whole fool with my fake glasses? What am I even doing with my fake glasses? I feel like I would look cute in glasses. What y'all think? Right? I think so. I don't wear glasses just yet, but maybe one day. So this is the sister book, Get Girl Money, 8 Weeks in a New York Times bestseller. This is the textbook. And then some of y'all was like, I need to get to work. So I said, okay. The workbook says, do the lesson. It says, not so fast, Monique. Not so fast, Shay, Michelle, Brenda, Tyree, Brenda, Letitia, Tyrell, Moesha. Name that song. Okay. No, your girl be knowing all the songs. Okay. And so it says, I have you do the step. And then I'm like, oh, you thought, don't move on. Here's what it ought to look like. Get out that pen. See, look. Here's the step. You just read about it. Now we finna do it. Oh, you thought you was gonna move on to the next chapter? No, right? And then I'm like, okay, that's what it looks like. And then guess what I say after that? Here's the blank version. Fill it in now. Okay. I get in that behind. We gonna dig in that behind. It's happening. Okay, with kindness, of course. Right? Right? And at the end, I give you a little encouragement, like, yeah, I see you. And then you get your 10%. You get to collect 10%. You get to pass, what is it on Monopoly? Like, you get to collect $200. You come on the board, okay? That's the difference with the workbook, is that you get to do the work like right away. And then on top of that, something else that I do in here, because I know some of y'all don't be liking to do work right away. So I have these things called quick steps in here, not for every chapter, but for some of them where I'm like, you're not trying to do the whole chapter. I see you. You just don't want to do the work right now. That's all right. So I do a little quick step. Like, if you do this one little quick step, I'm going to give you a C. You ain't going to get an A+ in that chapter. I'm going to give you a C, but come back and do the rest later. So I literally have quick steps for people who are like, I just need something right now. A little hit. Okay. And something else that I really love is that I have in real life stories of people who did the thing, like, so for example, she posted this today, so I'm going to read it. Chandra, she is from the savings chapter. Chandra says, actually, should I do the, oh yeah, I'll do Chandra. I'm thinking to myself, I feel like I'm going to do budgeting next week. So maybe I'll say Chandra, no, but we're here now. We're here, right? I always had some sort of savings, but it was not my priority. I had no budget to speak of, so I had no idea what I could intentionally save. For instance, I had no concept of creating a travel fund. The first thing I did was set up a high yield savings account. I moved my little savings out of my brick and mortar bank account and set up automatic withdrawals of about $100 per month from my checking account, number one, into this high yield savings account. I felt that was all I could handle at the time. Now, only people from the in real life savings are people who read the sister book, the Get Go of Money, to this book. And I asked folks, hey, if you did a thing and it helps you, please send me your story. And I included them in the workbook. Okay. She said, then any additional money that I came across via bonuses and or my big fat check via Rakuten, which I love, would be deposited into the same account. Anytime I sold something online, I put that money into the high yield savings account too. I did not care if it was $2 or $20. I sold clothes, books, old textbooks, CDs. Yes, I said CDs. If I did any type of gig work, that money went to the savings account too. My life has totally changed. As I made more money, I got into the habit of saving 10% of my income at a minimum, and all the unexpected money, which I talk about in the book, what that is. I now have more money saved than I've had most of my adult life. And instead of spending it on new shiny things, I invest on a monthly basis. I learned that you have to tell your money where to go, or it will go wherever it wants to. I always say that. I love this. Also, I still have the original Need It, Love It, Like It, Want It sticker, which is what my bracelets say, from the Budgetnista on one of my credit cards. I used to give out these stickers that you could put on your credit card. So I have a story for each chapter. So you can listen to someone who did the financial wholeness steps from the first book, and you get encouraged, so it's not just me. And so I hope today's lesson was helpful. See you next week. Go ahead on, type bundle. If you're on IG, again, if you are on IG, if you're on. Are you on Instagram? If you're not on Instagram, don't type bundle. If you're on Instagram, type bundle, and I will send you a link to order Made Whole. If you're not on Instagram, it's okay. It's okay. You can just go to madewholeworkbook.com. Even if you're on IG, you can still go to Made Whole Workbook. Madewholeworkbook.com. If you've ordered the book, let me know. I'd love to see it. Just let me know in the comments. I'll shout you out for the last 2 minutes. So I'll see you next week. Next week, I think we're going to do budgeting. Dun, dun, dun. If we do budgeting next week, I will give you the spreadsheet for free ahead of time. You thought we were going to do homework? You thought wrong. We're going to do actual class directly from the book. Even if you don't have the book in hand, then if you don't, I will still give you the spreadsheet to do the work. Okay? Okay? Okay. She said, can I repeat it? It's madewholeworkbook.com. Made Whole Workbook. Okay? All right. Until next week, talk to you later. Bye. Goodbye. Farewell. Happy